Ooh, that just totally happened. Oof. Wow. I never really expected magical girls to actually be so violent to one another. But what do you expect? This is a bit of a battle royale type scenario. And, you know, I gotta say, this actually is a pretty good read. Oh, hey there! Did you see there for a second? Now, for anyone who doesn't know me or is new to my, this is your boy Roman, aka Mr. Anime343. And today, I want to do an analysis of a different anime, since I'm temporarily putting off redo of healer character analyses on hold for now. So today, I'll be looking at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean, and I had to binge watch it, so me and my friend SilentJoker45 could be able to share our personal thoughts on the show. Now, I'm actually going to do what I like and dislike about the series, though. So, as Nux and Taku would practically put it, let's get to the meat and potatoes! So, for the premise of the story centers around Jolene Kujo, the daughter of Jotaro Kujo. She was actually set up for a homicide she never committed and was sentenced up to 15 years in Green Street Prison. Before she was sentenced, she was given a locket where it contained a bit of the arrowhead that allowed whoever who came in contact with it to be actually a stand user, per se. When she pricked her finger on the locket, she noticed threads coming from her cut. It turns out the threads that were coming out of her finger were part of her stand, known as Stone Ocean. While she was a dolphin, she met up with her dad Jotaro, but she resented her father after he left her mother for Tokyo. But it seems that there was a plan, and Jotaro tried to break out his daughter, but it's that there was a devious plan against JoJo as a blind sniper known as Jean Gallier. He actually tried to hunt down Jotaro and Jolene to get something from them when they got attacked. It turns out that before Jotaro and Jolene could escape, Jotaro actually had his memories and his stand stolen. Spoiler alert, by the way, for anyone who's not this, so I'm just going to put it like this. If you actually haven't seen this, please watch the series before you actually come to our little video, our analyses. So you have been warned. Please actually just watch this. Jotaro memories and his stand stolen, and causing Jolene to have an additional 5 years added on top of her sentence for trying to escape prison. Now she'll do whatever it takes to find the disc containing her father's memories and Star Platinum to the name of Jotaro's stand. After finding the disc containing Star Platinum, she's on the hunt for the infamous White Snake that has the memory disc of her father. What? Now it's time to share what I actually like and dislike about Stone Ocean. What I really liked about it was, for starters, there's the cavity search Jolene had to go through in episode 1. Of course, I was actually introduced to this particular scene from a VTuber known as Fifi. Don't judge me. I really like Fifi's content and her bod. Stone Ocean. Okay, number 2. There's Stone Ocean is a really awesome stand. I really enjoy Stone Ocean as a stand. It's just really beautiful and aesthetically pleasing to see. Number 3. It shows how an actual female lead can look beautiful and badass. I know this is going to piss off Wokies, but I don't really care one bit, since they're not the target audience. But Nectar has done a video on this, and I will add her video into the description of this one. The fight scenes were really enjoyable. I mean, sure, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is known for its fights between stand users, and Stone Ocean is no exception. I really enjoyed how the fights were strung out and it shows all the danger someone could face in. Also, whenever Jolene attacks with her stand, it sounds like Star Platinum whenever he attacks. Like the Okay, next about it. It really pokes the logic of SJWs and shows that you can have a female character without making her a Mary Sue. Now, Western media outlets should take personal notes from Japan and listen to the real fans that buy and consume entertainment instead of pandering to the wokies that only give them likes and retweets on social media. Alright, now for what I disliked. This is going to be a short list since there's only a couple of things that I have a dislike for. Some of the male characters look like they could actually pass off as NR Schmentoy characters. Nothing against the male characters in JJVA, but some of the characters, including the guards, kind of look like they could pass off as NTR type Schmentoy protagonist. Like, Schmentoy. Like, oh god. Those guys creep me out. Jotaro wasn't around when Jolene was young. No, there's never really a dad in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Jotaro was working back at Foundation. And he also had to go to Japan as well, and thus Jolene became a delinquent that she was. Yeah, and the next thing I didn't like was, it sucked that Jolene got thrown into jail for a crime she didn't commit and had a scummy lawyer. Of course, it was part of the story, and yeah, the lawyer got his just desserts in the end, but it was part of the story nonetheless. Now this one is actually pretty much, a real drag though. The show is being split up into multiple parts. Now instead of having it all in one go, we have it in multiple seasons, which is kind of a call made by Netflix, even though Netflix has some poor decisions, and I'm not going to hold it against them or anything. But this is how it is. We actually just need to roll with the punches and just, let it play. And we do actually have a little thing called Netflix jail, where we actually have to wait for it to actually get all into certain scenarios and stuff like that. But have to have simul-dubbing and stuff like that once it's actually released. So, without further ado, I hereby actually hand the reins to my buddy, SilentJoker45.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Anime. And thank you, Mr. Anime343. As stated before, my name is Joker, and let's get my own little small thoughts and opinions, because really I can't really say as much as Mr. Anime, since he's going to take up the majority of the screen time. But at the same time, we really only have like really 12 episodes to work with here, instead of like having the full series and everything. To work with it. Though in my opinion, someone did ask me on a YouTube comment section in the for a video, since everyone flooded the Made in Heaven of the Queenified version for Queen. Expect a lot. Expect a lot of episodes again. I say roughly around maybe 39 again, if not at most. Because it's only 17 volumes again, but then again, JoJo is known to have a lot of fucking episodes in their series. So I do expect that a lot. Another thing that I can say positively is the art style by David Productions. They just keep nailing that feel and look of the manga, how these characters should move, how they should look, and matching the styles close enough to get to Araki. And I gotta say, it's absolutely amazing. This looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful to be in this grimy, messy place of Green Dolphin Prison. Jolene looks absolutely beautiful. Like Jotaro still looks good. And seeing all the new characters like FF, Emperor, and all the rest, they look fucking amazing. Even our main villain looks even a bit more intimidating. Though, in my opinion, for a priest, that's kind of scary. I do think the Part 5 villain is way much more scarier. Dio's iconic. The Mayans are another thing. Kira's another thing. But I think this one is gonna wow people again. How much a devoted follower Whitesnake has been, and just how scary he truly can be. Don't worry, they do build him up nicely, but it's not that long wait. Say, Part 5 villain was in the shadows and everything. That he's gonna get you, kind of like the boogeyman, the legend for Part 5. But then again, that's my own opinion. I would say a positive thing is you gotta give credit where it's due. It's to the voice actresses of Jolene Cujo for both the English and Japanese dub. For us in the West, Kira, she's been stating for several years now that it is her dream to, to voice, the one and only Jolene Cujo. That's how it's been. That's her dream goal. And she's stating in the thread that she had to work all the way up to that to get to the voice she has now for Jolene. And I gotta say, that is inspiring. That is dedication to her craft. And you can see it improve with each and every single one of her projects. And I think that's fucking amazing. Congratulations, Joan, to Kira Buckland. The dreams do come true, and I'm all for people making the dreams come true. I can't pronounce the Japanese actress's name, but when I watched the Japanese dub, I said, wow, even she's even better. So I say these two ladies right here are just phenomenal, and I can't see really anybody else in the role of Jolene Cujo. Sure, you get someone who could maybe imitate their voice or do a little better job, but it's like the same thing we keep saying for a lot of characters. Only Noah North can be, in my opinion, Nathan Drake. Same thing for David Hayter is our one and only Solid Snake out there. These two ladies, I wish we get another video game for JoJo, because I would love to see these two ladies come back and voice that character. It's fucking amazing. It is phenomenal. I'm proud of them. Same thing can be said for the rest of the cast. You could say some are a little bit weaker in some departments, others sound a little bit odd, but everyone's voice is subjective. It's their opinion, it's the script they gotta work with, the voice direction that they were given, and that's my own opinion. So no one's really sounding too odd for me at the moment, which is a good thing, but I think that's a testament that's saying that the dub script are getting better and better with each and every series. And again, I can't complain too much about it. The only thing, my small little nitpick, is the music variety that we have at the moment. Again, 12 episodes to work with. I don't have like 30 episodes or like 40. If this gets a 40 episode piece, I can only expect maybe 30 again, or at least over 30. But be prepared to hear a lot of the same sounding music over and over again. That's a shame. That's a bummer. But at the same time, it's like, you got 12 episodes, so that's a little nitpick. And people can say the same thing about, that's the same thing for like my video games that I play, or my anime that I watch, or shows, or movies, etc., etc., etc. To be fair, that's a fair valid criticism as well. But you really do start to notice it in certain shows. This one, for just this particular part for 12 episodes, you really do start to notice it. And after all, we're only still in volume 6, so we still have another 11 chapters left to go out of like over 158 chapters out of 17 volumes. So be prepared for another part. I mean, it's going by fast, pretty fast in my opinion. So for the rest of volume 6 will be Kiss, Love, and Revenge. So that story arc line. So be prepared to explore a little bit more of FF a little bit. And after all, that's all I can really say.
Well, guys, I actually hope you guys really enjoyed this. It was actually really fun to work with SilentJoker45 on this. Also, I'll be leaving a link to SilentJoker45's channel if possible. And from there, if anybody wants to support me or him, I'll actually leave links to some of, like, towards my Kofi, my Patreon, down in the description as well. Also, be sure to follow me over on Twitter at MrAnime343 if possible, if you guys have a Twitter account. But in all, guys, I really do enjoy this video. And as always, just remember these 3 things: respect the waifus, enjoy your fandoms, enemies freedom, and until the next one, this is Mr. Anime343 saying, sign out, everyone.